The Emperor and Empress, we will send 2020 with a new determination to Kaori and recently bonsai with my fondness. 2019 was a milestone year for the imperial family. It was a busy year, with departures and attendances at the first ceremony, as well as changes in the responsibilities of public affairs. We are now in 2020, and we expect a busy year. 2020 is more prepared than ever. May 1, 2019, Majesty the Emperor and Empress at the Assumption of Assumption. Since their Majesty's ascension on May 1st, last year, the Majesties have attended 4 local public affairs as emperors, and also performed public affairs as emperors, including medal. These events are actually taking place before the ceremony of the coronation in October and the November festival in November. In other words, it is a ceremony that was performed before all the important ceremonies of the throne were completed. In that sense, the 2 Majesties, who have completed the coronation-related ceremonies, will start all the events from 2020, and will be more prepared than ever before as Emperor Empress. Speaking of which, what happened to Masako? Do you know anything?
In 2020, I would like to focus on the condition of Empress Masako. Judging from his birthday and doctor's views, we can see how Masako continued to attend the ceremony in the last-minute physical condition. Masako tells her feelings at a 56th birthday conference. In January, the New Year's event continues, and you will have a relaxing time after the beginning of the song. It is likely that you will use these times to get fit and attend subsequent events, but at one point your Majesty may be able to attend the event alone. That's because of your physical condition, so we need to be prepared to accept Masako, who will be absent from now. In recent events, their Majesty's departure is often delayed. It seems that they are being carefully handled by people who meet and greet them. I think it is necessary to devise people who serve these things.
Do you have any help for the service or the Labor Service Corps?
There is an event in which Empress Masako, who has recovered so far, has not yet been seen. It is a vote of the Labor Service Corps. The Labor Service Corps are volunteers who help clean the Imperial Palace and Akasaka Imperial Land. The Emperor and his wife at the time of the Majesties met the members of the Workers' Service who cleaned the Imperial Palace, and were approached by representatives. People who have cleaned the Akasaka Imperial Palace have heard of His Majesty the Crown Prince. However, Masako has not been seen since she was voted to the Labor Service Corps in January 2014. 2014 is only this one time. At present, you can give priority to physical condition management, but I hope volunteers will be able to speak someday.
How is Aiko going to school?
Her eldest daughter, Aiko, graduates from Gakushuin Women's High School in March and plans to go on to college. So far, Gakushuin University is considered promising, but it is not clear which subject it will advance to. No matter which course you go to, I hope you will gain a lot of experience, make friends and spend an important time on your future growth.
What happened to the physical condition and moving of the Emperor and his wife?
The Emperor and his wife have been living a peaceful life since their abdication. However, I am a little worried about the condition of the Empress. She seems to be living as usual without any problems, but she has had surgery for breast cancer in September of last year, and her weight has not yet returned. This spring, we are planning to move from the Imperial Palace Fukujisendo Imperial Palace to Takanawa's Imperial House. Considering the age of 86 and 85, I am worried that the changes in the environment will make you tired.
Mr. Akishino Shrine was attending the ceremony of Tatsushi Ritsu, right?
On April 19th, Akishinamiya will be honored by Tatsushi Tatsumi. This ceremony declares that he is the first-ranking heir to succeed the throne inside and outside. Following the ceremony held at the Imperial Palace, it will be reported that he became an emperor at the Imperial Palace ceremony, as well as at the Imperial Palace ceremony. The important thing in this is that Mrs. and Mrs. Akishino enter the palace and pray. Mrs. and Mrs. Akishino enter the palace at the time of their marriage, but others have been worshipped from outside. When you enter the palace, the proper worship method will be carried out. This experience is passed on to you, Ito, and in that sense it will be an important experience.
What will happen to Mako's marriage?
By the way, as we approach 2020, the most interesting thing about Mako's marriage might be at a press conference on November 30th when Mr. Akishinamiya's birthday. Since I announced my feelings in February of last year, I think it is necessary to announce something. Then I talked with my eldest daughter. I have no opportunity to talk about it. Was stated. Last February, Mako was a document in February 2018. As a result of consulting with our parents and related parties, we are now planning to return our marriage and related events to the next year after a series of important ceremonies for the imperial family will be held without delay. It was decided that it was appropriate to postpone and take enough time to make the necessary preparations. The abdication and coronation ceremony ended without delay, and 2020 is a good time to start moving. However, considering that it was revealed that Akishinamiya had no chance to talk to Meiko about the marriage, it was unlikely that Akishinamiya was directly asked for some kind of announcement by Meiko, and a press conference was held. It seems that the words at the event were also addressed to Meiko and Keitomuro. However, it is not surprising that Meiko also showed some movement in the year of 2020 as spelled out. I guess you will get some documents after February. It may be the first step in understanding our efforts to be blessed by the people by expressing our present feelings.
I also want to hear about other Miyake people.
Some of the imperial family are older. Princess Yuriko Mikasa will be 97 years old this year and Hitachi Miyazaki will be 85 years old. Princess Miyako Hanako prays that you will be healthy for a long time, such as using your cane with a bad stomach. The queens, such as Hirohito's eldest daughter, Akiko, the second daughter Yoko, and the Takamoto family's eldest daughter, Seiko, are all reaching their proper age, and some may talk about marriage later this year. In the current imperial family code, female royals leave the royal family when they get married. With the number of imperial family members decreasing, it is likely that attention will be regained on how to share public affairs.
What is the stable inheritance of the female palace and the throne?
This is a political issue, as an incidental resolution of the special law on the abduction of the emperor. The government considers that various issues to secure a stable succession to the throne, and the establishment of a female palace, are important issues that cannot be prolonged even from the age of the royal family. Immediately after the enforcement, consider the situation of the imperial households, etc., and make consideration as a whole, and report the results to the Diet promptly. In other words, the issue of the stable inheritance of the throne and the issues of the women's palace were discussed immediately after the enforcement of the special law, but discussion has not yet begun. After a series of ceremonies of coronation, 2020 is over, and it is time to begin discussions. To solve female emperors, adoptions, etc., you must solve complex puzzles, but this problem is related to the way the royal people move and their lives are greatly affected. I hope that discussions will take place promptly, not as a means of political dispute, and that the imperial family as well as the people will come to a satisfactory conclusion.
Thank you for your help. I'm worried about the trends of the royal family in 2020. That's it for today. Thank you for your viewing.